Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I don't know what time you're watching this, but you have no choice. So, salutations. We are Group 1. My name is Shirley Gutierrez.
And my name is Francine Isabel Dalida.
My name is Marty Kirby Transen.
My name is Renan Tuantailo.
And my name is Mariel Joy Esmaya.
And we are going to talk about our Enabling Assessment 3 on how socially aware are you. Next slide, please. So, the topic that we have chosen to discuss is the spread of fake news. Next slide, please. This is where we're going to tackle about what is fake news and why is it such a problem. So, first and foremost, what is fake news? Next slide, please. Fake news is a false or misleading information presented as if it were true, and this can be applied to whether it can be environmental, social, or political, and we encounter this in our everyday life. So, next slide, please. Now, the question lies on why is it such a problem? It's a problem because it can spread misinformation to deceive the public and undermine trust in reliable sources of information. Especially, this can affect those people who are gullible and don't know much about, parang news and possibility of the news being fake or the information being fake. An example of this, since we encountered this again, as I mentioned, for our everyday lives, is example, your classmate tells you na walang pasok daw bukas. E naniwala ka naman. With no backing up na information if totoo nga ba yung sinabi ni classmate, so yun, may pasok pala bukas, ang nangyari, absent ka. Ganun po siya nakaka-apekto sa atin. So, next slide po. Ngayon, other examples nito na makikita natin is katulad ng kay Ferdinand Marcos, where sinasabi niya daw na sumama siya sa Japanese na World War, tapos nakalalo siya or naka-receive siya ng plethora of medals or about the vaccine tungkol sa COVID-19 na hindi daw to nakakatulong, pwede ka daw mamatay dahil dito, tapos hindi daw siya natitest. Yun po yung mga examples ng fake news. So, next slide. Now, we are going to present our problem tree, which is a graphical design that will show you an easier way to understand how this problem or issue can affect us all. In this, you can see the cause of fake news, why people do this, and the effects of it, how this affects people. And later on, we're going to have a podcast or at least a discussion within my group on talking about the solutions and what we can do in order to prevent these. So, next slide, please.
So, ayan po. Dadako na po tayo sa causes of the spread of fake news. So, yung pinakauna is yung misinformation and disinformation. So, when it comes to misinformation and disinformation, sobrang halaga na malaman natin yung pagkakaiba ng dalawang ito. Kasi yung misinformation, getting the facts wrong and there is no intent to deceive. And disinformation is false information that is deliberately intended to mislead, or there is an intent to deceive. So basically, yung misinformation is unintentional and disinformation is intentional. So yung misinformation could vary sa mga tao. So depende yun sa pag-receive nila ng information. And hindi nila alam na mali pala yung information na yun. Or siguro, let's just say na pwede rin maging ignorant din sila. Kasi hindi nila na fact check or anything. So they are automatically misinformed. Sa disinformation kasi, dito papasok yung parang there is an act. There is deliberately intending to mislead other people. Ibig sabihin, ginagawa nila ito for whatever reason that they want to do it. They are probably personal gain dahil sa meron silang political na petition na supportahan. So, they want to disinform other people para mapaniwala nila, para magkaisa sila, para maloko nila yung mga tao. Ibig sabihin, gusto talaga nilang gumawa ng masama. Gusto talaga nilang mapanira or mapanira ng ibang tao and so on. So, yun yung first two. The next one is?
Okay. Next one is selfish interest. Many people spread fake news for their own personal gain, notably for attention, reputation, or to be deemed superior to others. They may also spread fake news to ruin someone else's reputation, likely because they are enemies. So, for example, kunyari may galit ako sa'yo, pwede kong sabihin na walang pasok bukas para hindi kita makita kinabukasan, di ba? Ganun lang, fake news. More people than you may think will do everything, even lie and spread fake news to prove themselves to be better or in the right. And coincidentally, many of these people are related to the next cause of fake news, which is political-driven agendas. Political-driven agendas, they politicians may use fake news to manipulate the bias and votes of the public, especially those who don't know how to confirm whether the news is fake or not. They use it to appear ideal in the eyes of the public for the position they're trying to be elected to. So, kunyari, politiko ako, gusto kong maboto, so lolokohin ko kayo tungkol dun sa mga, tulad ng ginawa kanina na nasabi ni Charlize, yung kay Marcos, na nanalo siya sa guerrilla, tapos nakakuha ng rewards. Parang ganun. Gusto ko lang maging maganda yung image ko para ako yung iboto niyo. Ganun. They may also spread fake news to ruin their opponents' reputations. So, para, kunyari naman, gusto kong masira yung kalaban ko, pwede kong siraan sila para ako na lang yung iboto niyo. Fake news like this may be used to manipulate the public to do actions they're not meant to do in order to interfere with political agendas. So like, kunyari may project ang gobyerno, pwede akong mag-spread ng fake news para pigilan yung project na yun. Madaming taong mag-interfere sa project na yun.
In social media illiteracy, it shows lack of knowledge in social media. It's often spread through social media platforms due to the widespread and use of rapid information dissemination. Usually talaga, social media literacy plays a crucial role in its proliferation. So, many users talaga lacks the skills para malaman kung alin ba talaga yung fake o yung totoo. So, without the ability to critically evaluate information, yung mga tao ay parang nagiging susceptible sila to believing and sharing fake news. So, ang nangyayari, they truly believe the fake news rather than the actual news na talagang totoo. So, kung talaga sa pagka-fake news na to, usually talaga any news parang nagiging viral spread siya. So, it's becoming more viral and so nangyayari, a lot of people is believing this fake news. It is very empowering to the individuals to make more uninformed choices. So, mas napipilitan silang i-share since it's viral and it's known by a lot of people. So, they are basically sharing fake news all over the world. In terms of confusion, nagiging epekto siya ng confusion because it inundates the information landscape with false or misleading narratives, making it a challenge para sa atin kung alin ba talaga ang totoo at hindi. So, it causes the people, including me and other people and throughout this group, to know if it's actually a reliable news. So, nako-confuse talaga tayo. We don't know which is which. And not only medyo nakaka-confuse siya, medyo nakaka-frustrate rin to be honest. And it causes us, it affects distrust in the media. So nagkakaroon tayo ng distrust in the media na alin ba talaga yung totoong site na legit or not. So nagkakaroon tayo ng distrust in a certain company or site para makuhaan ng types of reliable news. Nagkakaroon tayo ng distrust sa kanila because we don't know kung yun ba talaga yung totoong site for that info. And it's a widespread skepticism. Nagkakaroon siya ng erosion of trust. So, nagkakaroon siya skeptical skeptical thinking ng mga tao when it comes to disconcerting atmosphere in which people may becoming more susceptible or mas malapit sila in terms of fake news. So less engaging sila in terms of credible reporting. Ultimately, para sa mga media literacy, critical thinking skills, so parang nawawala lang din yung skills ng ibang tao since they are basing or they are believing the actual fake news rather than the actual news. So, parang nagkakaroon talaga tayo ng mga tao, mga skeptical thinking like if it's actually true. So, kahit kahit may research or may talagang inisip ng mga researchers yung totoo, still may iba talagang tao na hindi pa rin sure if it's actual news or if it's actually true. Ayun lang.
Add ko lang na kung naalala nyo, yung election before, yung kay Lenny tsaka Marcos, laging nasa taas ng tali si Marcos, di ba?
Yes.
Tapos,
true.
may isang tao na nag-post sa Facebook na pinicturean nila yung TV tapos ang nakalagay sa taas ay si Lenny. So, nag-cause yun na yung mga tao na nakita yung post, hindi na sila naniwala sa balita, which is not a good thing, di ba? Kasi alam naman natin na yung 24 oras is a credible source. Ayun.
Diba? Parang nakikita natin dito na meron talaga nagpapatumba in order mataas yung agenda nila, parang yung bias or yung side nila dahil doon, gusto nilang paanohin na sila yung mas mataas, i-discredit nila yung other reliable information. So yung mga tao, iba yung napapaniwalaan nila, iba yung alam nila, which is, pwede pa kaya ma-relate rin natin sobra sa history. Kasi sa history, actually, sobrang dami na misinformation. Hindi, up until now nga, baka meron tayong information na akala natin totoo. Tapos hindi natin alam, misinformation pala siya. Pero up until now, wala tayong confirmation. And this is why, needed to. Needed natin malaman yung ano na to. So, sige, continue po.
So yun, another effect of fake news is the potential harm to individuals. At napaka broad ng topic na to kasi maaaring physical, mental, or their beliefs. So to better emphasize its effect, I'm just gonna give sample for each. So for physical health, yung mga fake medical information out there like yung herbal medicine scams na they claim that they can cure all disease when in fact, hindi naman talaga, compilation lang siya ng mga herbs na nagbibigay ng ganito pero wala siyang backup ng proper research and experiment. And yung mga tao, nagpo-fall sila dito kasi may sarili silang circumstance na desperado sila, they lack the proper education to discern if it's true and right. And maybe sa government natin mismo na nagkukulang sila when it comes to healthcare system. And another harm of fake news is it is in one's mental states, the hate speech or cancel culture na ang prevalent ngayon, ang prevalent ngayon, lalo na sa Twitter na napaka-toxic dahil sa phenomena na ito. Kasi yung mga tao kasi doon usually they seek for entertainment, they thirst for juicy drama na nakukuha nila by critiquing someone's flaws and issues. Kiniklaim nila na woke sila, na sila yung nagtataguyod ng justice when in fact may ulterior motive sila. And maybe sila nasasayahan, pero if you look into the POV of the victim, grabe yung epekto nito. Kasi sila, nag-iisa lang sila. Tapos yung may constant bombardment of bash, death threats, and bad comments from hundreds to millions of people. And even if you know the true story of the true story of the issue, parang magagaslight ka na lang into thinking na maybe mali ako, maybe I made some lapses, or maybe ako lang talaga yung nagkamali. And that's just not true. And yeah, pwede magkaroon yung magka-develop yung victim ng anxiety, trauma, depression, and in the worst case scenario, commit suicide. And alam ko na from simple disinformation, hate speech, and now suicide. Ang sharp turn pero nangyayari talaga 'to, eh, kasi madaming cases na 'yun sa mga well-known people na nagpakamatay sila at hindi lang 'yun alam ngayon kasi nalibing na sila sa napakadaming issues na tinatakal sa social media platforms. Kaya tayo mismo, we the people should, change our views, should change our beliefs kasi madami pa rin yung naniniwala sa mga wrongful beliefs na kunyari harmful conspiracy, kunyari nung harmful conspiracy yung vaccine conspiracy nung pandemic na alam na naman natin na may history na masama yung epekto ng vaccine. Like yung Dengvaxia vaccine, yung pang-cure sa mosquitoes. Madami yung napatay nito. Pero yung COVID-19 kasi, kailangan yun ng lahat para makamove past na tayo sa pandemic. Yet, hindi nakakatulong yung mga ginagawa ng mga trolls na conspiracy. Like yung conspiracy about vaccine being a poison or vaccine having a chip para matrack tayong lahat. So, napakalaki lang talaga ng influensya ng information sa atin. The way we think, the way we believe in something, and maybe our health. So, ano kaya ang possible solutions para sa mga epektong ito?
So, in this part, sa solutions, magkakaroon po kami ng group discussion na makikita ko po ako kasama ng mga members ko na mag-a-add ng information tungkol sa ano nga ba ang solusyon. Ano ba ang pwedeng gawin? So, sa guide questions po natin, tatanungin ko kayo guys, what should be done to prevent the major problem from happening? Ano pwede magawa natin kahit as a student, as mismong citizen ng country natin, ano pwede magawa natin para ma-prevent natin to?
First of all, di ba, kailangan natin mag-spread ng awareness. We can let the people around us know what the credible websites are. Ganun.
Mm-hmm.
We can teach them, individuals to know and to actually tell them or spread kung alin ba talaga yung totoo or reliable na sites for us to know kung alin ang mga totoong news na pwede nating makita online.
Similar sa sinabi ni Mariel, let's encourage other people to be more open-minded about other information na nag-oppose sa side nila para lang mas malaman nila yung totoong facts regarding an issue.
So, dugtungan ko lang din yung pagiging aware. So, ang masasabi ko lang is, we can join organizations, ganon, we can join seminars. Personally, I joined an organization na nag-held ng seminar all about fake news and all about the significance of history, kung saan dapat, alam mo kung saan nagagaling yung informasyon, kung kanino nanggagaling yung informasyon, di ba? You study the history, you study the historian as well. So, same applies to in social media, in the spread of fake news, no? Dapat alam mo kung may bias ba yung taong yun, kung sino ba yung taong yun, kung credible ba yung taong yun. So, yun.
Yeah, medyo relating naman sa sasabi ni Dalida na fact check. Alamin mo kung sino yung ano ba yung fact na to. Hanap ka ng source, katulad na sabi ni Mariela at ni Marty, maging open ka on whether kung sino man nagsulat nito, whether mag-a-post man siya o hindi. Pero yun nga, kaya nga dito, tinitingnan po natin ang author, sino sumulat, credible ba sila, may pinag-aralan ba sila, ano po background nila. Kailangan natin alamin yun. Kasi nga, ang mga news, ang kine-create yan sometimes for entertainment. Sometimes pagpaganda ng image. Sometimes para sa personal gain nila. And minsan bias, especially if isang grupo sila na may agenda at gusto nila magkaroon ng mas madaming supporters. Yun yung ginagawa nila. And yun nga, gusto ko lang i-add to kanina sinasabi ni Marty na how this can affect people. Alam mo, solution sa tayo, pero it's like, yun nga, gusto ko lang i-add na, yun nga, alam niyo yung mga K-pop, since like, K-pop stars, mga idols, mga actors, and sometimes sa kanila sobrang hihigpit. And the fact na, yun nga, mahigpit na ngayong buhay nila, magkakaroon pa ng scoop, mga media scoop, mga scandal, ganyan-ganon. Ang mangyayari sa kanila, mag-receive sila ng hate, so sobrang misinformation na yun, that it can affect their life. Na to the point, may nagpapakamatay talaga dahil doon. Kasi madami kong makikitang gusto na yun. Like,
hindi naman totoo yung mga information.
Exactly. Alam ko parang tukol kay Michael Jackson, may ganun. And it's like, hindi naman sa nagpakamati si Michael Jackson, pero meron rin nag-surround kasi about him na ang daming fake news. Maraming parang nag-ano na ganun. Pero yun nga, ang sad lang makita nun. So, tawag dito, ito yung dapat natin kailangan consider. So, ngayon, move on tayo on what can the group contribute to the solution. Ano ba magagawa natin, guys? Ano ba magagawa natin as student, as citizen, upang makatulong tayo sa community?
As a group, like, pwede naman tayong, kunyari, nag-scroll lang tayo sa Facebook, may nakita tayong false information, na-prove natin yung false information. Pwede naman natin siyang i-report lang, i-debunk natin. Let's help debunk fake news.
Tapos pwede naman tayo na mismo yung mag-share ng mga factual information para sa public, para hindi na sila ma-fall sa mga fake news na nakikita nila.
So, yun nga. I see.
Sige. And then like, especially sa close people natin, sa relatives and friends, we should let them know kung alin ba talaga yung totoong source, and prove them na if they saw something na fake news, we should tell them na always look out if it's an actual legit news before spreading it all over the world.
So, dadagdag ko lang din sa sinabi ni Mariel na correct them. Wag kang mahiya or wag kang matakot kasi syempre, kahit sila yung nakakatanda, kasi personally may na-experience din ako nung one time. Yung lola ko kasi nag-scroll, tapos may nakita siya na parang namatay na daw si Chris. So, sabi ko, ha? Bakit pa? Si Chris Aquino? Tapos na ako, patay na. I mean, may sakit siya, pero hindi pa siya patay and so on. And that news was from 2018. Tapos nag-resurface lang daw sa feed niya. So, it's so weird. Bakit? Siguro may nag-share and then nakita niya and then pinaniwalaan niya. So, I'm just, alam niyo, kumbaga, maging aware and correct other people. Wag mong, kumbaga, parang palagpasan, parang mali yan, ganyan, sabihin mo na agad. And of course, no, dapat sa atin na talaga magsisimula yung pagbabago na yan. And as much as possible, if we can also teach other people, let's teach other people on how to, paano manigate yung mga fake news.
Yes. So, like yung nga, parang, ang pinakamaganda rin dyan talaga is magkaroon ka ng critical thinking eh. Always be skeptical. Hindi masama maging skeptical as long as kasi ang hinahanap mo is yung tama. Kung gusto mo ma-assure yung safety mo or safety ng others, kailangan lagi ka maging skeptical. Huwag ka mahihiyang magtanong kasi wala namang masama doon. The more questions you add, the more confirmations you get. Mas
Yes,
makikita mo. Mag-overthink. Hindi naman. Pero tawag dito yun nga, mas maganda na mag-secure. Alam mo yun, parang katulad siya na sinasabi ng nanay ko na, example, aalis ka, kailangan mo mag-pack ng mga damit. And sabi ko, kasi na to me. Ay, hindi. Mas maganda na sumobra na yung tama yung amount mo kaysa sa less. Kumbaga, yun nga, siguraduhin mo. Mas maganda, mas maging extra sure. Rather than parang, sure ka lang na hindi 100%, 50-50 lang. Kasi gamble pa din yun eh. And that gamble can be a tool for you and for others. So yun nga, re-review mo kung ano ba yung sinabi na news, hanap ka reliable source, tapos i-spread mo yung tamang news. Kasi nasa kamay mo na din yan. Sometimes nga, naniniwala kayo sa snowball. Alam niyo ba yung snowball? That your action is connected to others. Nakaka-apekto ka sa buhay ng iba. Pwede ka maging turning point nila na hindi mo lang alam. So yun nga, accountability. Accountability yung pinakamaganda dito. Hindi lang porket tawag dito, estudyante ka, naisip ko na, kahit wala na akong parte dito. No, you are a student, you are a citizen, that means tao ka na namumuhay dito sa mundo. May kaya kang gawin. As long as nandito ka, nakakatayo ka, meron kang kaya. Meron kang possibility to make a change. Whether it can be good or bad. So, yun nga, let it be a good change. Katulad ng sinabi sa Lasal, let me be the change I want to see. So, yun po. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig sa aming podcast at sa aming lesson, and thank you so much sa mga kagrupo ko dito. Mag-introduce po ulit tayo kung sino-sino tayo. So yun nga po, ako po si Shirley Gutierrez.
And ako po si Francine Dalida.
Ako po si Marty Kirby Trance.
Ako po si Renan Tuantay.
At ako si Mariel Joy S. Maya.
At maraming salamat po sa pakikinig, mga bayan! Yun po, maraming pong salamat. Thank you so much for listening. Sana po may natutunan kayo dito. Bye-bye! Pasa na tayo!
Tapos na.
Yung sinabi ni Marty. Cure the mosquito.
Dengvaxia vaccine, yung pang-cure sa mosquitoes. Madami yung napatay neto, pero yung COVID-19 kasi, kailangan yun ng lahat para ano may
Sabi niya to cure the mosquito daw.
they claim that they can
Alam mo ano mas maganda joke kapag gagawin ko dito? Guys, hindi pa naka-record.
Ay!
Wag.
Ganyan. Ganda na lang na input eh.
Breakdown na ako.